welcome back to my channel. So in today's vlog I'm going to be talking about 13 reasons why. Specifically I'm going to be talking about 13 reasons why season 4 because it's the most recent, the latest, the last season of 13 reasons why, and I absolutely adored this show. Wow, I loved it, and a lot of people didn't, which is completely their opinion, but I'm just going to stress why I loved it. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about what 13 Reasons Why is about. Summary of season 1 to 4 of 13 Reasons Why I loved season 4. So, as you can probably tell, this will be full of spoilers, but I'm keeping it to a minimum because I don't want this vlog to be super long, and I want to give you the opportunity to watch it as well. But I'm going to stress there might be spoilers, so please watch all of 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. Just start off by saying what 13 Reasons Why is about. So 13 Reasons Why is about a girl named Hannah Baker who leaves a series of 13 tapes, her 13 reasons why. She died. The reasons why she died, which is extremely controversial. When the series first came out, wow, so much criticism. There's actually a book about it as well. I suggest you read the book as well, but the book, I must admit, is a little bit more graphic than the show. A lot has changed since when season 1 came out. There's now 4 seasons, and unfortunately each season doesn't really deal with just Hannah, which is also controversial. Season 1 deals with Hannah Baker's story. As I said, she leaves a series of 13 tapes. Her friend Clay Jensen received a bunch of tapes and, is learning, why his friend, his lover, died. And it's really controversial. It's really graphic. And, it talks about, 13 people, so to speak, and 13 situations to why, it came to this conclusion, which is absolutely, clever, but absolutely, sad and depressing, and wow. Season 2 deals with, once again, Hannah's close friend Clay learning to cope with Hannah's passing, which I thought was another cliche, but still very interesting concept for a season. And I don't remember season 2 as much, I must admit. It's probably my least favorite season, but I do remember it focused entirely on, how he was coping and his mechanisms and, how to deal with a loss. Season 3 deals with the mystery surrounding one of the people on Hannah's tapes, Bryce Walker's death. Which is also controversial. I know I'm saying controversial a lot, but this series received countless amount of hate and why continue it, why go on, but why not? And it's like a murder mystery kind of thing, which I love murder mystery, so I fell in love with it as well. Although it was dark, it was it wasn't glorifying the character, I don't think. I think it was just providing another side of the character. I think people make really, really, really poor choices, make big mistakes, but people can be good if they want to. At least that's what I believe, that can be controversial. I will stop saying that word. And 4, which is the most recent season, is dealing with their graduation. So it's like a bittersweet end to 13 Reasons Why. And there's still a lot of stuff going on. Wow, so much is going on. And it's how each of the characters cope. It's not just Clay. I know I mentioned Clay, because he's the protagonist, but there's other characters. There's Hannah's close friends, there's people Clay meets, there's typical high school jocks. Why season 4 was great, and yes, it received 3-star rating, but I don't think it should have deserved 3 stars, maybe 4, maybe 5, but that's just me. I stress spoilers because this season came out only a few days ago and it's fresh and etc. But I must admit, Season 4 is not my favorite season. Season 1 is my favorite season because I've got the book. I loved Hannah Baker's story, but season 4 is just, I don't know. It was just beautiful. Anyway, oh my goodness, spending so much time. As all last seasons do, they provide closure for the characters, especially Clay, the protagonist. He, is dealing with so much loss and he's going quite insane. There is a lot to deal with, and he dealt with a lot, and he had some counseling in this season, which was really, really important, because counseling is really, really important when you're going through a tough time. Hannah was incorporated pretty decently in this season. A few episodes, sure, I was like, why? Where is Hannah? Hannah was like the beginner of all this for this story. But she came back in a lovely way. There were ghosts of her, like Clay did see ghosts of her, and there was a particular part that almost broke my heart when, and it's cliche, some may say, but I thought it was really, really sweet when Clay saw Hannah after graduating, the ghost of Hannah, and he's walking towards her and she's walking towards him, but they never meet, and then Clay is interrupted, his vision is interrupted by another, I don't know why I keep on doing this, is interrupted by another girl, and it's kind of like he's moved on, which is so sad, but oh, life sucks. Nice throwback, a nice remember when, what are we gonna do with this, like everything has its end, you don't just forget about it, so to speak. So like the tapes, they buried the tapes. The gun violence, there was that drill at school, the ghosts, so there was ghosts of Hannah, ghosts of Bryce, ghosts of Monty supposedly haunting the characters, especially Clay, who was, going through this mental breakdown. I just loved it. It's typical address of controversial issues from sexism, violence, racism. They did put like content warning, before the episode starts, due to outrage. But yeah, like when you watch it, they address it so well. Like they addressed, as I said, racism, sexism, violence, drug use, illness, especially in this last season, like the things that are going on in the US at the moment, they address it incredibly well, with that drill. I think that episode, although it seemed like a filler episode, that drill episode was just really powerful because it just shows like the mentality of the child going through one of these drills. They're really affected by it, especially people who have dealt with loss. It's just such a powerful episode. Absolutely adore, and this is biased, but I absolutely adore shows that deal with homosexual relationships. There were a lot of boy-boy pairing. There was a lot of, just gay pride everywhere. I absolutely loved it. And even if it wasn't like boy-boy pairings, it was like, at one point it was Jess, Clay's friend, and Arnie, a newish friend of Clay, just going to the dance together as girlfriends, like girl ... friends. And that's okay. I think it's good to address that. It is okay to love your friend deeply. It doesn't mean you're in a relationship. And it doesn't matter what gender they are. You can love your friends deeply and passionately as you want to, and you don't have to be in a relationship, which I thought was extremely well done. Wow, I saw so many reviews about this. The last episode broke my heart so much. I keep on talking about it. I keep on referring back to the last episode, but that episode was so full on, and there was one cliffhanger moment that just, wow, threw everyone off. It came at the most unexpected moment, and that's probably why it got so much hate. But wow, like, I love those moments when you just don't expect it, and that's what it is. I didn't expect it. I'm not going to say exactly what happens. I'm just going to say it's a major character death. That's all I'm going to say. Because I want you to feel it. I don't want to ruin it for you. And then when you watch it, if you watch it, you'll be like, okay, yeah, really feel it, because I just cried so hard. The cast, the acting was incredible. I just want to like give my, wow, it was great. From Clay, from the actor who portrayed Clay, from the actor who portrayed Hannah, from all the actors. Like, there was this one scene right at the end. Last episode, I know I'm repeating myself, blah, where, you know, all the characters are just watching, like, the watching over the hill kind of thing, and like all of them are there, and it's such a beautiful moment, because it's like, these actors, wow, it's been a long ride. It has been a long time since this show has been out. So it's just a lovely end to an amazing series, and I do recommend you watch it, because, wow, I love that it was 4 seasons, because it's very controversial, yes, as a show, but it had the ability to like show things that other shows couldn't. It had the ability to talk about things others couldn't. It brought up real world things that we're dealing with to this day. For example, in America, or, you know, basically all over the world as well. And it just comments on reality so well. It's such a realistic show, and I will miss it.